The ever so silly Christian radio host, Bryan Fischer, has determined what he thinks God's punishment for America will be if we continue giving rights to gays.
And here's what I'm suggesting to you is I believe that God eventually is going to run out of patience with the United States because we are celebrating things that we should not celebrate. We are elevating things that we should not elevate. We are protecting behaviors that we should not protect. We are punishing people who speak out against these kind of behaviors. We're fining them. We're sending them to re-education camp. We are firing them. We are punishing them. We are refusing to hire them. So we have got our value system completely turned upside down. And God says, look, you know better. My point here is that God will use pagan armies to discipline his people if they turn from him in rebellion and disobedience and descend into debauchery. And here's my question. What if we do not turn, what if God will use the pagan armies of Allah to discipline the United States for our debauchery?
The pagan armies of ISIS, or of Allah, as he said, so I guess Al-Qaeda, ISIS, all the jihadists, they will be used because God will send them to attack us because we accept gays sometimes. But wait, Bryan, the armies of Allah, if your God is true, which he's not, but let's play along for a second, if your God, why would your God send Muslims to attack us? Wouldn't your God hate the Muslims because they're Muslim and they don't believe in him because he's the one true God? So why wouldn't God send somebody to attack both the armies of Allah, the Muslims, and us, or Al-Qaeda and ISIS and us? Even in your own backwards world, your reasoning doesn't make any sense. And they're not pagan armies if they're armies of Allah. So if they're like ISIS or Al-Qaeda, they're not pagans. That's not pagan. That's Muslim. But Bryan Fischer, is there any sense in his head? Does he know anything? He doesn't know anything about the world. God, he's so stupid. And listen to his point. He's saying, quote, God will run out of patience with the U.S., and he's referring to because we're moving towards accepting gay rights. We haven't even fully gotten there yet. What is it? 17 states accept gay marriage. In 29 states, you can still discriminate against people if they're gay, so you could fire them if they work for you, or if they walk into a diner in the middle of Mississippi and you don't want to serve a guy because he looks effeminate, you could say, get out, we don't serve your kind here. So we're not even there yet, right? But he's saying because we accept gays, God will run out of patience with the U.S. But wait a second. So you believe in Jesus, that's your God. Look, most of Jesus' message was actually perfectly lovely. He believed in, he's vehemently anti-rich. He's in favor of the poor. He's in favor of helping people. He's profoundly in favor of nonviolence, to the point where he's not just a non-interventionist, he's a pacifist. You know what the turn the other cheek story is? It's not like, hey, I'll turn the other cheek and walk away if you say something bad to me. No, it's if you hit one side of my face, if you hit that cheek, I will present the other cheek to you and say, hit that one too, tough guy. So it's pacifism. Even if you get attacked, you say, okay, by all means, attack me. I have the moral high ground. I will never use violence, right? So that's as liberal as you can possibly fucking get. So when Bryan Fischer says God will run out of patience with the U.S., it's not because we have extreme poverty here in many places, right? We have 10 million people who are members of the working poor class, so they do their part for society, but society doesn't do their part back for them. It's not because, he's not saying God's going to get angry at us because 76% of people in the U.S. work paycheck to paycheck, okay, live paycheck to paycheck. No. And he's not going to get mad because the minimum wage isn't a living wage. He's not going to get mad because, there's 3 people for every 1 job opening. He's not going to get mad because we have extremely rich people with billions upon billions of dollars with Maseratis and multiple mansions and yachts, and meanwhile there's kids starving in Detroit and Chicago. He's not mad at that. He's not mad at the wars. He's not mad because of the war in Iraq, which killed over 200,000 innocent Iraqi civilians and thousands of our brave young men and women. Not mad at the war in Afghanistan. Not mad at the 900 military bases we have around the world. Not mad at all the dictators the U.S. has supported since World War II. Not mad at any of this, only mad because we're being tolerant of gay people. How profoundly irrational can a person be? Again, I'll make the point one more time, man. Even by his own belief system, if I accept all of his premises, which I don't, okay? But even if I do, he's still being irrational, as if God is only focused on that one thing which was mentioned in Leviticus, but Jesus didn't even mention at all. And if you really want to talk about, Leviticus, well, why isn't God mad that all of our clothing companies make mixes of 2 different fabrics? Why isn't God mad that we have fish markets that sell crab and shrimp and lobster and all these different forms of shellfish? Why isn't God mad that there's not a national movement to make women sleep outside in a tent when they have their period? Because in the Bible, a man is not allowed to speak to or touch a woman or sleep under the same roof as them when they have their period. Why isn't God mad about? Isn't God mad about the fact that, why isn't Bryan saying, well, ban all tattoo parlors, ban all piercings? Because that's in the Bible. God's mad about that. That's why he's going to go after us. No, see, the thing is, Bryan Fischer doesn't know what's in his holy book. He has no clue what the fuck he's talking about. He's just vicious and vehemently anti-gay, to the point where he says, I'll sympathize with ISIS over gay people. Maybe we deserve to be attacked by ISIS because of gay people, even though, again, in the final twist of irony, ISIS hates gay people, Bryan, and you hate gay people. So the similarities are more between you and ISIS than us rational pro-gay people and ISIS.